Hi, Natalia here. I really wanted to give you an update for Camp Nanowrimo Day 11. So I didn't sit down to start writing until 10 p.m. and I usually go to bed at 10:15. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll give myself 15 minutes to write. But once I got started, it got really good. If you watch some of my past videos, I want to say it was like day 5, I talked about cutting out a bunch of useless crap from some of my chapters. So I did that and I just added in a new chapter. And this chapter has been so fun so far. And it's really just making this journey that my characters are taking so much more lively, so much more exciting. And I'm getting to know so much more about them. So in the scene that I just wrote, 2 of my main characters are at a tavern, and one of them is a woman. Her name is Rima. And there's a drunken man at this tavern that's pretty much talking shit about women being at the establishment. He doesn't want them there unless they're serving him for some purpose. So what she does is she challenges him. She ends up winning this challenge, and it has to do with drinking a lot of ale, and she wins a beautiful silver compass, and I don't know, I'm just so happy with it. I'm so excited about it, so I wanted to give you a little update. That is all for today, Camp Nanowrimo Day 11, and I hope it's going well for all the rest of you too. Bye! Hi, Natalia here, and this is day 12 of Camp Nanowrimo. So after the really good writing session I had last night, I was feeling really excited to get back to writing today. So I'll admit that while I was in my Emily Dickinson poetry class today, I had my laptop up and Scrivener open, and I got a bit of work done. I don't know the word count on that right now, I'll have to check, but I wrote a good 1 or 2 paragraphs while I was in class. So that kind of gave me a jumping off point to start on when I write now that I'm home. All day I've been thinking about cookies and coffee and just getting to work on my novel. So I had to stop at the grocery store on my way home, but I have my cookies baking in the oven right now. My coffee is brewing, and once that's done, I'm going to open my Scrivener document and get started. So I will continue doing these short little snippet videos, and then we'll see what I have by the end of the night. I really hope camp is going well for the rest of you also. All right, bye! Now, I've just finished doing some writing for today. I finished chapter 4 and I'm feeling really good about it. Before I inserted chapter 4, my characters, who are on a long journey through the wilderness, weren't doing much. You know, there was dialogue, there was a little bit of action, but for the most part, they were just traveling from one place to the next. And even as the writer, it was boring to read, it was boring to write, so I knew that it needed to be changed. Hi, Mew. My cat wanted to say hello. But I knew it was going to be really boring for readers to read because it was boring for me to write, and that's a really bad sign. So I ended up adding a bunch of action into it. I wrote this really... Okay, bye, Mew. I wrote this really cool tavern scene, and Rima, my main female character, ended up winning a bet, and she got this really cool... Okay, my mom just called and I got completely distracted, so this vlog is probably going to be all over the place, but that's okay because that's kind of how I'm feeling today. I believe I was talking about the fact that my main female character won a compass in a bet in the tavern, and she will need this later in the story to get her comrades out of a bit of a dangerous situation. When I'm writing, I always like to make sure that every scene I write is important to the plot. For example, if I was to remove a scene, I want that to remove an important part of the novel. So it needs to be something that furthers character development, develops a plot point, answers questions, stuff like that. The way I learned this was actually something I learned from Veronica Roth's blog, and it's the idea of a backpack. So let's say you're going hiking or backpacking, and you only have this much space to pack stuff in. You're probably not going to bring a hair straightener or high heels or fancy technology. You know, you're going to bring the important things. You're going to bring your rain gear, your emergency gear, good hiking boots, stuff like that. Things that are really important to hiking. But everything in my novel I want to be extremely important to the plot and the overall story I'm telling. So since I was really excited about this tavern scene that I wrote, I wanted to make sure that it had a purpose, and that's why I made sure to give Rima an object that she's going to need in a later scene. For now, this is good, and I'm just rambling, so I will talk to you later. Bye!